I almost feel like the forces of evil in the world or the universe. Not the universe is in a galaxy of galaxies, Big Bang universe that's not real. The universe of the world we can see and observe around us. Anything we can see, feel, touch, or even observe is part of our universe, and that's all. There's no going to Mars, landing on the moon. That's not happening. Those aren't things that can be done for us mortals. But I don't know. Sometimes my mind will jump back and forth too quickly on things. Although, if I'm like trying to fall asleep, I'm just laying in bed for a while thinking about something, I can fill out my thought and get into great detail about it, all kinds of things that, interesting things to do, to think about, whatever it was I'm thinking about, and points of interest about the subject. And I think, oh man, I should make a video and talk about that. And then if I even remember what it was, that the basic concept was, that level of detail will not be right there. It takes a long time to be able to speak about things with any semblance of, intelligence and rationale. You can't just peruse something once and then speak about it intelligently. It doesn't work that way. So when I get out of areas of things that I've studied a lot, I'm less certain about making absolute statements. In fact, I don't really make a lot of absolute statements unless they're like opinion statements. Or curses. Those are absolute, of course. Of course, of course. Of course, my cursive is cursing you. But what's worse than you is the curse in you. Well, those lights are going to make me cry. Get a lawsuit. Is the need for the bright white one going backwards really that necessary? Well, I guess I'll find out in a minute here. Oh, there it went. Thought it stopped for a minute. Oh, it stopped? Just get done? Oh, it did. He already took off. Don't get in front of him. I may have no choice. This is a dark road. It's not like the I-5 drive where there's street lights lighting stuff up a lot. And I have a sore throat too. I wonder if this fog is natural. The windows look pretty dry still, considering it's all foggy. And the sky was absolutely sprayed out today. Again, of course. Why not? And we got all this extra aluminum oxide gas laying around, the special aluminum oxide gas that's made of all the same size nanoparticles. We got a 0.6 to 0.7 nanometer length of these particles. Every one of them, about a trillion, quadrillion. It's an incalculable number. It's incalculable. Incalculable amount of these particles of nanoparticulate barium, strontium, and aluminum. And what do we do with them, boss? Oh, put them in some jet planes and spray them in the air. We're going to fight man-made global climate change by spraying this stuff in the air over all the population centers. Okay, boss. And that's how that goes. There you go, everybody. Now you've got everything you need to get your diagnosis. Soon you start receiving benefits, and then it's easy street for you. Oh, you lucky dog. The sooner you get your diagnosis, the sooner you can just kick back. They'll pay for your rent, they'll give you a stipend for money, pay for all your prescriptions, and then you can just stay home and surf the internet for the rest of your life the way God intended. Yay for America. Tell me that warmongers aren't running the world. Warmongers. Monger and monster are pretty closely related words. War monsters. There's a band name, War Monster. Oh shit, that's pretty. Folks, good and bad at the same time. Oh, well, War and Monster are both bad, but the double bads sure are good. Two wrongs make a right? I mean, according to the Bible, they do. What do I mean? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. What I mean is that, well, God is said to have created, the heavens, the earth, and the animals, and all that stuff, and then the people, and it was all good. But there was a problem in the garden or something along those lines, and God got pissed off about it. And apparently he wasn't all present and all knowing on that day, but maybe. But he got pissed off about it because if he was all knowing, he would have known that was going to happen. But let's leave that alone. He just got mad about it. He's like, oh damn, there goes my terrarium. I'm just going to have to nuke the entire thing if nukes were real. I'm just going to have to blow it all up and kill everybody and start over again. He's like, but wait, I have an idea. I'm going to have a son, and I'll send my son down there to teach them the right way to be and tell them all about me. Yeah, that's a good idea. And so he did that. And as he watched, oh, well, this isn't quite going the way I planned. If he was all knowing, he would have known that. But, well, it looks like I'm going to have to kill everybody in the world after all. Because it's just not good. Wait a minute, though. What if I just kill my son, and then that'll make up for all the bad things that other people have done in all the history of the world and all the future to come? Now that makes a lot of sense. I think, it's either that or kill everybody in the world. Two wrongs do make a right. And scene! I can't end the video because I'm driving at high speed on Highway 16 in moderate traffic conditions at night. A little bit of fog. Okay, the fog's clearing up a little bit. Yeah, so, make that make sense for me. That's, you know what my problem with any of the Christians' religion is? My biggest problem with it are things like that. And, I've had Christian people and relatives ask me, what kind of questions would you have about it? And they're expecting, like, how did Jesus walk on water or something? I don't know what they're thinking. Like, my questions are more along the lines of, like, who told God he can only have one son? Aren't we all God's daughters and sons? But really, who told God he could God's only begotten son, only being a big turn down? I'm an only child, so his only son? Or did he have daughters but only one son? It doesn't really say right there, does it? Maybe he had 1,000 daughters and one son. That would be a strange... and who did he get pregnant to have? Were they all people on Earth? It's like he sneaks in and impregnates one after another all day and night. I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense. But so his only son, and then that doesn't make sense that God can only have one son. He made everything, including the universe and time, and is responsible for all the rules by there which if it runs, and all the life forms. But he can only have one son. It's just part of the rules. Look at a rule book, God. It's right there. Come on. That makes no sense. Moving right along. Humanity, they're doing bad things. His chosen people, the good J people, they're worshiping Baal and calf gods, and they're killing their newborn babies on the altar and drinking their blood and having orgies in their bodily fluids. Ugh, what the fuck? That's God's chosen people? How did they become God's? If those are God's chosen people, what kind of God are we talking about here? But the Bible says, oh no, God said, stop that. You're doing bad stuff. You better stop it right now. You better stop it, my chosen people. And so he leads them away from those things, and only for them to do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Throughout all of history, right up to this very day, most likely. But that's not really what I mean. So they're doing bad things. He's like, well, I'm going to have to kill the world. This is what I'm going to have to. Wait a minute, though. If I just kill my son, who didn't do anything wrong, and was just trying to help everybody and tell them the right thing to do, now if I kill him in a gruesome, horrifying public manner, and make sure everybody hears about it, then I won't have to kill everyone in the world. And that's trading one life for many. And so he'll be giving his life for everyone that's ever been and ever will be. And that makes perfect sense. I mean, otherwise I got to kill everybody in the world. So, sorry, Jesus, what? But I'm you. Yeah, that's right. I'm committing suicide on the cross for you. But I'm you. But I'm you. But I'm doing it for my people because I love them so much. And I have strong faith that I'm God, so I'll be reincarnated, or be not incarnated, but I'll be resurrected into the kingdom of heaven because I'm God. So if you were God, you already know you were going to be, you wouldn't fear death at all. There would be no, that's what I say, really, I don't think I fear death particularly as much, the annihilation of self, the not being anymore. Almost sounds relaxing sometimes, but it's the how you get there that's really the rub. I'm more afraid of being, kidnapped, incarcerated, and tortured for the rest of my life than I am dying. There are way worse things in life than death, and that is a comfort. That's a comfort. I've never done a Highway 16 drive, but they're a little different. The air is a little different here. I find it comforting that there are far worse things in this world than death. And you can be sure of that. If you don't think there are, I invite you to go to Guantanamo Bay. Go to Guantanamo Bay and see what they can do for you. They might be able to change your mind about there being worse things than death. Go to anywhere in the prison system in the Western world. Well, you'll probably not be killed, but you'll definitely be oxygen deprived, medicated, probably with not medications that make you feel good either. Ones that make you feel like shit, more likely. You'll be tortured, basically. You'll be oxygen deprivation tortured. You'll be bombarded with demons and demonic influences. No, not from the other inmates, although that could be. I'm talking about from the staff, from the guards. They're all on meds, honestly. The way the world is, and I see the depths of the evil in it, and just how ingrained it is, and how long it's been in power, and how much tech and the knowledge it has about things that it's just slowly telling us about. I mean, if we have the level of AI that we can publicly use nowadays, it was available a long fucking time ago. How many 80s TV stars are even people? The entire sitcom could have been, Facts of Life, I'm thinking, Although it did have the gal in Rita, I can't remember her name now. But, Mrs. Garrett, she was an actress from way back in the day. So maybe that was a real show. But that far back has had the level of AI we know about now. Definitely in the Clinton years. Bill Clinton, is he real? Does he have to be real? What if they make an AI character look exactly like a real person? And the real person is just hired as a body double for who they think is the real person, but is really just the AI figure. And so you can have it that people see the guy in public, they've talked to him, they shook his hand, he's a real person and all that, and he's on TV saying the things he says and he's real. So there's your verification. He's not a make-believe character. He's a real person because I saw him at the rally and he looked at me, shook my hand and said, "Thank you for your support." Right? Doesn't prove a fucking thing. Make a character look like somebody, the one that's going to be saying anything relevant on television, at least in the news, and making decisions supposedly, and then get some body doubles to impersonate them at different times, or just be seen or whatever. They don't even have to say anything really. They just have to be seen as a real person by some other real people, and then all of a sudden they're, well, then that person's legit. No, they're not. We don't know that, especially when we know that AI has been around at this level much longer than we think. I mean, that just stands to reason. I'm getting off on a tangent there. Yeah, Highway 16. I'm in Port Orchard. Let's take it all the way to the marina. We're going down to the wharf. The wharf. It's not a wharf. Whew. I'm gonna turn the heater down. I'm roasting. Oh, blah, blah, blah.